back again, number 3 today. So these will probably be, once I've got round to processing them, they'll be sent out. And we'll crack on with it. I'm waffling already. God, you can tell it's been a long day. I've been up since about 6 this morning and not training either. Right, I'm just trying to get through a backlog of bikes. We've done one bike this morning. We've got another one that seems to be paint splattered. What have we got to say about this one? Can you see it? Let's have a look at it first. Let's pop you out. So we have here a Planet X in rather fetching blue Pro Carbon. I believe this is a Generation 2. Now why I say that is because the Generation 1 had a funky thing going off with the head tube that put me off them. One of many things that put me off them. It's a bit of a weird one, this, because I thought they had fairly decent group sets, and this one's got a saw on. Not that saw isn't a good group set, but it's not where they normally are, because that's the bottom of the Shimano range before you get into the really cheap and cheerful Halford Special Shimano range. So it's kind of the bottom of the stuff that you would expect a decent brand to put on. So I think Sora gets used a lot by Specialized. But anyway, it's unusual for Planet X, because Planet X would normally have a 105 or an Ultegra on their Pro Carbons. I am wondering whether this has been built up by somebody, to be honest, on that frame, because the version of Sora that's on, I would guess it's an 8-speed, because it's got the exit in the side and the thumb shifters. That's quite an old thing. So, you know, I had a bike a good 10 years ago that had them on, so that kind of predates the frame. So I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Fix what's in front of you. So it's just come in for a checkup, service if it needs it. There's not a lot of serviceable parts on these, to be honest. I think they are the Shimano rims, so there'll be Shimano hubs. Yep, they're the Shimano hubs. So they are cup and cone, so we'll just give them a quick look over. They might need a bit of grease in there. We'll check the headset, that's sealed, so as long as it's not making any funny noises, we'll leave that alone. We'll check the bottom bracket. It's a through axe, it's a Holotech 2 bottom bracket, so we'll check that as well. As long as that's not making any horrible graunchy noises or anything, we'll do that. Now one of the bikes is complaining about a problem shifting from the little to the big ring. I think it was the blue bike, so we'll check that as well. It could be it needs a new cable, though it's not. It's uncommon for these to be a problem, so it could just be that it's the Shimano. I mean, it's moving. Is it easy? No, you have to press it quite hard, but it's working. So you know, it could be draggy a bit. We can check that, because they are still outer fed cables. I can see there's a bunch of crap caught up in there, so it could have an issue. So first things first, let's give it an empty. Right, so let's just take the quick release off, because that's, check it, wheels spinning well, small amount of play, but it's cup and cone, so you would expect that. Right, one thing I've spotted straight away, and it's funny because we mentioned this on the last bike. I don't know if you can see that, but can you see where my finger's pointing? Right, so the only thing holding that brake pad in is that screw into rubber. So if you put the brakes on and the wheel's spinning that way, that brake pad can get ripped out. These brakes are on the wrong way around. It does actually say front and pointing that way, and an L for left, and it's on the right hand side. So these want switching around. So whoever did that, you want your Danny slapping, because that is fundamentally dangerous. I have seen these come out. Right, I've seen people sat there at a cafe stop on a ramp and let the bike roll backwards a little bit to let somebody get out of the way, put the brakes on, it's pulled the brake pads out backwards. So if it does that while you're sat still just on a slope at a cafe, that could quite easily have ripped out. And in fact, you can see the one on the opposite side has started to come out. So we'll pay attention to that when we get on the back. So that's the first job we need to do. Right, famous Planet X head knock. No, all good. Brakes feel like they're good. Just put them back on again. Front tyre's flat as a fart, but I'm getting used to seeing that. Right, so we'll move down now. Just check the cables. These are outside cables. They are a bit mucky, so it could be that we've got a bit of... no, they're moving okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So if there is any problems, it's up there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, to be honest. I think it's just... it might be harder than the other one because the other one's... it's a better setup. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to... no, I'll count the gears when we get there. Let's not get distracted. Bottom bracket feels to be moving nicely. No play. Sounds good. Pedaling back nice. Gear cable there's no sign of any frays or anything, so that's pretty good. It's nice and tidy. No, I thought there was one off, but there's not. So just moving back up to here. Seat post looking good. Back wheel. No, that's fine, that. Oh, back brakes are on the wrong way round as well. So the front brakes and the back brakes are wrong. That's interesting. So they've chosen to completely ignore the bit that says left, right. Right, let's just count these now. I think it's being 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 speed. So it's not quite as old as the one I had. But it's not... it's not current. It could be the age of the bike. Not entirely sure it is. Tyres, they look okay. I would say they're getting on a bit, but they don't look too bad. They've got the nice reflective strip in them. They're a bit shiny. They've still got some more. There's still plenty of wear in there. I can't see the... sometimes they have a wear marker. I can't see it. So I think you just go purely on the tread depth on these. There's still plenty on there anyway. Back wheel's actually slightly better than the front wheel. So let's check for trueness. Front wheel's good. Back wheel's going to be slightly hard. We've got a little bit of grumble coming. So let's have a look, see if it's the... Yes, it is in the wheels. So we've got a bit of a grumble going on in the back wheel. We'll have a quick look at that. From experience, there's not a lot we can do with these. You can clean them out, re-grease them, but once they've started to go, they go. I can chuck another set of bearings in. I do have some more bearings, but there's a little bit of play there. But like I said, it's cup and cone, so you've got to have some play there. Right, let's get it up and see how it shifts gear. We are now, right. Yeah, that's actually quite, I can feel it through the whole frame. I've forgotten how bad these style of shifters were. Very smooth coming down though. Right. It's like everything with the saw, it feels like it's in slow motion compared to other bikes. You do have to move it a long way, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, there is tension on there, so I'm inclined to say a little bit of Why's the adjuster on the brake? That's weird. You'd have expected the... Oh no, they've got adjusters on here, that's why. Right, I think actually it wasn't adjusted bad, but I think we can slacken it off. I think I think that's fine. I think it was adjusted too keen and it couldn't get the second indexing. It couldn't quite make the second indexing position. So I think that's actually not that bad gear wise. Yeah, that's perfect. And adjustment and off. Alright, so let's try it at the other end of the scale now. Yeah, it's definitely not in the freewheel, it's definitely in that. Right, let's crank you back up again. A little bit sticky that one, I might have to put a bit of WD-40 in there. Right, I think actually the bike's okay. One thing we haven't done is we haven't done the test for the chain yet. Let me see if I can negotiate the portable toolkit round you. Porta bike shop. Chain's good, chain's like new actually. I don't think the chain was changed that long ago. Right, now that's spot on that one, don't need to worry about that. So essentially the bike's alright, we've just got a bit of a grumbly back wheel. So I think that's all we really need to do is just tear into that. The pedals feel good. So we'll just get that back wheel off and see where we are. I'll meet you back at the bench with a back wheel. Right, I'm on close-up time again, so this is where I normally forget I'm on close-up time and then start taking everything I'm doing out of shot like I've just done. So I'm just taking the out, right, absolute classic. So I don't know if you can see that. The quick release spring is the wrong way up. It's the right way up on the other side, interestingly. So let's start on the powerful then. Right, we need to get that out. Time to read the box and work out I've shoved all the tools I need. I will be needing some cone spanners. I'll be needing that, and I'll be needing a chain whip. So we need one of them to get that out. We need one of them to hold that. And we need a nice big bar on there to get it out. You've seen me do this loads, haven't you? Now I would normally take this off and put it in the that was very loose. That was no way that was where it should be at 40 odd Newton meters. So in German terms that was far from gut and tight. Oh, just so happens I've got one of these kicking around, so we'll make use of it. Not with that bit, we won't. Right, where's the big fat one? Eh? I've got you. You're there. Look at that. Amazing when you've got the right tool, isn't it? It's not the tool, it's how you use it. Right. Just park that over there. Yeah, that feels really good. Weirdly though, and I've had this a few times, and this is the problem when you're doing these, that the axle feels okay when you're turning it by hand, but when it's in the frame it's just noisy as anything. Right, so what I'm doing now is I'm trying to work out which side's the bad side. So normally it's this side. Right, that feels terrible. That feels okay. So as long as we focus on this side, we'll be okay. As per usual, we can't get the spanners into that side, so I think these are a 15, if I'm remembering rightly. Could be wrong, could be a 14. Yeah, it would help if they are a 15, and then we've just got to find something to take the top one off, which I think is also a 15. We'll get the 15 spangler out. It's not a 15, it's a 16. We'll get the 16 spanner out, and then we'll get the 17 spanner out, because that'll be the right one. Very loose. Doesn't really matter as long as it's tight enough to stop it from backing off. That's actually quite mullered on the end of that there. Just being careful we're not. Yeah, you can see it's churning out a lot of crap. I suspect this has been used as a winter bike. Well, we know it's been used as a winter bike. It's got the right. So make note of how you're taking the bits off. You're still seeing this, good, good, good. Right, so we think the bearings on this side are okay, so we need to be careful and save these bearings in a separate cup. This is where we find out it's a sealed race now. I'm kind of hoping. There's no sense in replacing the bearings that don't need replacing, but we will give everything a really good clean out. Right, so what we'll do is we'll have a separate tub going for left and right. You can go in there. Now then, what we can do is we can cheat a bit. We can just drop that axle down. I can get my patented ball bearing removal tool in at this point. There should be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it looks really clean in there, so that side's okay. Right, carefully feed your fingers through, pick that up, flip it over, stick it back down there and pull out this side. And immediately we're seeing signs of rust. There's some dirt in there which would have been making it crunchy, so we need to clean that up first and have a quick look at that, just to make sure that the bearing surface hasn't gone, because if it's gone we're going to have to do like we did with the last one. It's a little bit mullered. It's not brilliant. This is where we find out it's not the... I do have some spares that I bought for another project, but I've got a sneaky suspicion that that these are... No, we'd need to get a new axle. If we replace them. So it's looking a bit pitted. So we might have to order some parts for this one. Yeah. We might have a go at sanding it, just see if we can take the ridges out of it and see if we can put a bit more life into it. But I'll be honest, I'm not hopeful. Let's just get these bearings out. Right. So make a note of where the rubber seal is. It's pointing outwards. It's dished down that way. And I'm going to have to gently prise this one out because I've got to clean inside there. And the only way to clean inside there properly is to get the seal out. So just gently pop it out. Looks like somebody might have been in here before and stuffed it full of grease to try and help the situation. Now, what we have done in the past is we've rescued these. If the bearing cup has gone, you can actually buy a new freewheel for 20 odd quid. And you'll get a new cup, the nut here, because that's what was up on the last one a couple of videos ago. We did one of these and we replaced it. I think it was a Specialised Diane's daughter's bike that used to be Jane's. It doesn't look that bad actually. It looks in better nick than the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a bash at. We'll have a go at doing it with the putting some new balls in. So we'll clean it all out. That's nice and clean. We'll get some new grease in. We'll stick some new balls in, and we'll see if that makes it any better. I will try and lightly sand that out, but I can definitely feel it. That's weird. Just looking at the threads have all been munched off on there, but I'm wondering if that's been done purposely. It's a bit of a tight fit. It does look like it's been done purposely. But they're a fairly standard axle, these. You can interchange the parts and bits and things. So I think last time I ended up putting an Imperial in, but I might just order up a few of these quick release axles, because there's a few of these that I've had to do now, and we've sent them on the way and they've been mullered. Yeah, that's not. See, if I had a lathe, I'd be tempted to build that up with a bit of weld and then strip it back just to fill in the holes. Right, let me get a bit of emery cloth. Right, are we on now? shift toolbox out of the way. Right, so we're just going to chuck this in here and lightly clamp it in. Please undo, unlock that way. Actually, after 20 years of owning this machine, I've actually bothered to write on it which way round it goes. So a very light clamp. Are we on? I can't remember what speed I left this on. Whoa, uber fast. Right, so we're going to be very careful here. Kids don't try this at home. So I've got a bit of emery cloth around the back of a screwdriver there. We're just going to lightly try and buff it out. Do you know what, that's actually not that bad. I might keep going with this. It's definitely better. We are picking up a lot of crap on there, so it's definitely doing something. That's wham. It's a little bit better. Still a bit there. We'll give it one more go. We'll get a fresh bit out. Let me try a bigger. See if that fits better. I've still got some in, but it's definitely better. I'm going to give a bit more of a bash at this. Let's see if we can get it. Right, I think we'll go with that. I think if we need to do any more than that, we need to be considering replacing it. So keep forgetting to press start when I move the camera around. So we've just been and had a good rummage in the bearings thing that we've literally just put away. We'll get some of these out. I really don't want to put them into that tub because that tub is mucky. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we normally charge about five quid a side for these. Let's get that out of the way and get the grease gun down. Let's have a quick check there's nothing sinister going on in there, last chance. I hope this grease isn't running out, because this is much better. Using old-fashioned engine grease for doing these is much better than the bicycle red grease. It's not as greasy. That's going to fall down on my head. There's a prediction for you. Right, I'll just drop these into here. So keep your balls clean. Definitely a good piece of advice. If you want to make these things last a long time, check your balls regularly, keep them clean. If you don't, you'll end up with a graunchiness around your axle. You don't want that. Yeah, I think this has been out before. Somebody has definitely been here before me. Oops. Let's find a suitable socket. Just need to be careful with these, you don't over plunge them. Right, stick that through. Just feel better. Right, so we need to put that in and let it drop down. And then we need to wang a bit of fresh grease in here, just in case. I'm not going to clean this one out because this one was running nice, but it doesn't hurt to shove a bit more grease in. Can't have enough lube. Right, now we are going to have to clean these balls because I dropped them into a dirty container. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just visually check for a No, do you know what? We're going to sack these off as well. They're showing signs of strain, and if I leave them in, they will start chewing up the as well. So we're going to stick some new bearings in there too, which means I need to get the bearings out again in there. The borderline, there's out of the three I looked at then, two of them had crazing on the surface. Don't ask me how I caught that then. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, let's get these bowls inserted. Some people think it's slightly easier to do this when the seal's in place still. I'd be honest, I don't think it is. My next bike is probably on its way very shortly, so we might have to stop recording soon. Right. Now, same as we did before, reach through, try and find the big spokey bit. And then remember where we put them. At this point I would normally transfer it to the, in fact I'm going to. Just shove yourselves back. So what I do is I just nip the screw, the nut, the very outer nut in the vise lightly, so it holds the wheel steady, and it means I can do these up, because otherwise when you start adjusting it, you start tightening it up and the axle starts to spin, and it tightens it the wrong way, so you actually move the cup outwards. Like I said, we know that was a bit graunchy when we were doing it, so alright, so it wants to be finger tight and then backed off a little bit, and then we'll spend the next half an hour just going forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards until we get it right, because that's what they're like, cup and cones. So we've just got to be careful we don't spin the other one off. Check we've got all the bits. Find the indent and pinch her up, and then find out that it's way too tight. Actually, that's not bad. Just see how it spins. That's way too tight, and I'm still feeling a lot of graunchiness, to be honest. Right, so normally we say do it up finger tight, which is there, and then back it off a quarter. That was slightly less than a quarter, but there should be a bit of play. Still very noisy. Right, that could be the free wheel catching on the it's quieter. I think that's the free wheel catching on the... You'll be able to tell when it goes in the frame as well. See, we're miles off now. Actually, that's pretty good. still hear there's a little bit in there. Just try and nip that down a little bit more, because that's a little bit more play than I would like in one of these. That's about right. And we can tell that it's that bearing, not this one, because if you flip it over, that was pretty quiet. In fact, they're about the same now actually, so in fact that feels quite nice. There's a little bit of play in there, probably a little bit more than I'd like, but let's just nick it up again a little bit more. I wouldn't like to take it much more than that, to be honest. No, I'm pleased with that. Right, I think we'll call that job's a good one actually on that. That's probably the best one we've ever done. So there might be something in this. So what we'll do is we'll make her aware that we've got a potential issue going on there, and that it might need sorting out. But it's we're probably looking to replace the axle. That's about a tenner, and then to replace that freewheel cup on the other side. Because if you're going to you do that as well. You're probably looking at about another 30 quid there. So you're looking close to 40 odd quid. You can probably buy a second-hand wheel for that. I mean, I've got a set of wheels that would be original Planet X wheels that I would sell her for less than that. So that's it. If she wants them, she can have them. But I think we've cracked it. I'm just having a look in my box of goodies. So I don't keep these in with the consumables bits because it's always pays to have some of these kicking around, but I notice she hasn't got any valve caps, and that really irritates me. So we'll stick a valve cap on there. She got one on the other one. Can't see. Nope, she's missing one on there as well, so we'll stick her a valve cap on there. We seem to have more problems with these than we do with the other ones. Right. I know I'm dragging you around again. Move the bike. Surgery. I wish everybody had just flipping well moved their bikes to thingy hubs. We can't put this on yet. We haven't even got the thing on. All because I can't be asked to edit. I just keep moving it around. Move you around. Drag you left, drag you right. Wheel seat. Where's the fat one? Oops, I've lost my bit. There's the fat one. There's the fat one. Lost the fat one. There we go. Oh, that's so much easier. I used to throw them out and I don't now, I've got loads of them. Right, so we will torque this up to the correct setting, which is 40 Newton meters. We do need to check Old Faithful because we had him on the car last week, if you saw that video. So it will be nowhere near where it needs to be. So that's 42 minus 2 there. Remember, I say this every time, please use your chain whip even when you're putting them on. because it saves you pause. Because apparently that's what they're called. There we go. I'd say that other one was probably at about, when it took it off, it was probably about 25. Right then, just reinsert this the right way round. Making sure that the spring is on the right place. There we go. Boom, back again. Right, sorry, I'm going to have to stand in front of you. For this bit, I just need to see what I'm aiming. I think it was somewhere around about there, not a million miles away. Tell the tyres were flat, I got them past the brakes, which I must not forget to. God, this is an awkward one. What on earth is stopping this from going up? Can't say I've ever had to do that before. No idea what was stopping that then. There's one thing actually, we can probably get the hubs, the axles for these, because these are actually a Shimano wheel. Oh wow, that's made a massive difference. I don't know if you could hear the noise it was making before, but that has made a massive difference. So it looks like we fixed that actually. We caught that one just in time. It's still gone. The cup is still got a thing, but we can possibly get a new cup for that. And I think the saving grace is that the freewheel on this is potentially okay. So I'm very concerned about that chain. It looks a bit short, but we are big to big, so I'm not too concerned about that. Right. So we've just got the brake pads to switch around now. Right, so let's get, looks like a 5, possibly a 4, so we'll grab a 5 and a 4. Put my things back where they were, now happily written all over them again. So that's a 5, that's a 4. It's a 4. I know it was a 4. Kidding with you. Should we do the back ones first so you can see what I'm doing? This is actually quite irritating because they are fiddly. Shimano brakes, and these aren't even genuine Shimano brake pads, I don't think. I think I'm going to have to slacken them off. Have we got a... we did have an adjuster, didn't we? That's it. Is that off as much as it'll go? I think we're in. That's it, we're out. Right. We'll put that one in that pocket. And we'll go and raid this one out of here. A bit rusty on this side. Gotcha. Let's have a look at the state of them. They're not brilliant. Could probably do with a new set of pads on there, to be honest. I don't know if I've got a set. Let me just go and have a quick look. Bear with me. Right, we have got some genuine Shimano brake shoes. We did have some. I got them to put on my bike, so I hadn't got round to doing that, so it looks like they're stealing mine. I have to order another set. Can't remember how much they were either. I'll have to go back and have a look how much I paid for them. I mean, it's immaterial really. I've got to replace them, so it's whatever price I'm going to have to buy the next set for. All I've done is just save them the time having to wait for them. Right, well, we get a set of screws as well. That's nice. Right, we'll take that shitty one out. Well, there should be a bit of liquid thread lock on there as well, which should stop. Yeah, there is. Right. Nope, that's the old one. That's the new one. So it is a good job we got them off. I like the Shimano ones actually because they do go a lot deeper into the pad before you lose the water remover. I don't think these aren't genuine Shimano pads. Could be. No, they're definitely not. The Shimano ones go a lot deeper. Right, so that's one done. The other one's in my pocket. Oh, that's even worse. That's really unevenly, and it might be because they've been put on the wrong way round as well. So we'll get this one out. Won't be the first time I've had to get a heat gun on one of these as well. Come on you go. Little brake pad. There you go. Some genuine Shimano brake pads. Right, you can stay there, you can come with me. I've no idea whether you stopped recording then or not. But anyway, we put some genuine Shimano brake pads in that I had in my cabinet that were waiting to go on one of my books. And this time we're going to put them on the right way round. So we just loosely offer them up, and then once both sides are on, then you can clamp down and make sure you get them in the right way. You can't see it, there's a flipping ABBA stand down there, and that's not ABBA the pop group, that's an ABBA as in a stand for holding Ducatis up. It's a skylift, it's a proper term. I'm all arse about facing my fingers. I've got the wrong hand holding the wrong thing. I'm using the wrong fingers. So try and get it somewhere near, eyeball it in. At least that way when you clamp it, it's not going to be a million miles away. There should be some witness marks on the thing, but obviously these have been on the wrong way round and they are slightly different shaped. Right, so that one's in and tightened up a fair bit. This one's in and nowhere near the right place, but we'll try and get it a bit closer. They do tend to move up towards the tyre when you brake. So that wants to come off a little bit. There we go. Let's just bolt that down. I think they want to go a bit further down. They're coming a bit too close to the top edge. that's better. I like that. Alright. This one. Yeah, I think that's good. Right, same thing on the other side. They're nicely positioned. That one looks a bit high now. Actually, no. It's not too bad, that one. Give that one a tweak. Wind them brakes down. Wind that up. Let's see how we go. Oh, nice. Right, same to do to the front end now. Now I think these looked okay, so we shouldn't need to swap the pads out for these, but I haven't got any more pads anyway, so that's immaterial. So I do need to order some more Shimano pads. Yeah, these aren't far away. That might be my next visitor. Right, trying to remember where I was now. I've been and done a bike fit. We've got another bike to look at. That one's absolutely mullered. So what were we going to do? We were going to take these off, weren't we? We didn't get quite that far. So off we come, flip them round, back we go. Over to this side. Come on, play ball. Oh, battery's getting flat. Something's... Goal! I've hit my step goal for the day. I'm not surprised the amount of times I've been up and down fetching stuff that I've forgotten to bring with me. Right, I have to swap my battery out in the camera in about 2 seconds because I think you're going to turn off. You're going to go shut down. Down a bit. Right, back again. Quick battery change. Yep, they look good. That one's definitely nice new brake pads. Every relax a new bit of rubber. Right, I think we've cracked that one. I think that's about it. I think she looks alright. We've put a bit of, we could do a point of drop of oil on the chain. Let that run through. That is just so much quieter. I can't believe we've actually fixed that. Given the success rate we've had in the past with them, so quite pleased with that. So right, that's that one done. We'll go and get its brother or sister up now. So quite pleased with that one. So all we've got from that one is just a set of brake pads really, and a set of bearings. Set of brake pads, set of bearings. That's so much better. Quite pleased with that. Good. Right, let's get that one down. Right, like and subscribe. Hope that was useful. I wasn't expecting to do that actually. You'll like the one that's just come. It's another mullered one. So that'll be after the next Planet X. So we've got another one that's identical to this, just a different colour, slightly upgraded model. So we'll see how we go with that one. Right, job's a good one. Hope that was useful. Bye.